All right, welcome to Wednesday Wellness Newsletter. I am so glad that you are here today. I am Laurel Kelsey. If you don't know me very well yet, I'm so pleased to be able to have you here. What we are doing today is talking about something very, very important, creating intention within your life and a couple of breathing patterns to help decrease stress so that you can actually jump forward and not just make intentions, but actually drive forward and start completing things in your life that are going to drive you forward to being healthier and feeling better and getting rid of the pain and inflammation that you are probably feeling at some, whether it's in your heart, in your head, in your body. These chronic symptoms stay with us when we are stressed and not using our front part of our brain to move forward. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Laurel Kelsey. I am a functional nutritionist and a trauma-informed movement specialist. I really am out on a mission to connect with women who are tired of feeling like a hot mess, whether that's from trauma in the family or from a chronic illness. There's so many reasons why we might be finding ourselves in a hot mess, and to provide some tools that can help you to take back control of your health so that you have energy to be able to keep moving forward in your life. I'm going floor style today. Decided that might be able to help you be able to see better when we get to the breathing techniques that I want to teach you. But I want to start with the word intentions or intentional. This is my word for 2024, and I want to share it with you because if you don't have a word, that's okay. But I think it's fun to, at the beginning of a year, kind of think about what is something that I am going to try to continue to focus on throughout the year, and you can develop goals around it. So my word is intention or intentional. And this came because of a service that I listened to at church. And the service was about that we don't accidentally become converted to Jesus Christ. And that just immediately sparked my brain to the idea of that's true. Like, yes, we accidentally are not converted to Jesus Christ. We have to put in the work to learn about him and stay connected, and to feel the Spirit in our lives and to live in a way that allows us to have a better funnel between us and God. And I think that same principle applies when we are trying to overcome stressful situations, overcoming chronic illness symptoms, chronic health symptoms that are just pulling us down and weighing us down. We are not accidentally going to get better, right? That is very highly unlikely that we are accidentally going to just all of a sudden stop being inflamed, or accidentally just the pain in our knee disappears, accidentally have our mental health just clear up all of the sudden. That there are steps that we need to put into place that are very evidence-based that we can look up. And we don't want to be evidence enslaved. That is my personal opinion, that evidence enslaved is not the best way to go, but rather evidence-based, where we can see that there is evidence in the research that says this is good, but also we have to listen to our own intuition and what is our gut telling us and what feels right for our body, because everyone is different, right? And that's why it's so important also to work with a practitioner who can look at you as your own whole person, as your unique situation, because not all programs or protocols are perfect for everybody. And so you want somebody who can look at your whole story. So if we are going to move forward with 2024 being intentional with the choices that we make, then that also means that in order to be intentional, one, we have to make decisions about what we're going to be intentional about. Whether this is the year that I'm going to intentionally decrease inflammation in my body by eating more whole foods and removing gluten and dairy, because for my body, I know that, and you're filling in the blanks, right? For my body, I know that when I eat this or that, gluten, dairy, whatever it is, that my body is triggered and it causes more stress in my body. And I want to decrease the amount of stress in my life, including my chronic symptoms that I'm having all the time. So we are intentionally deciding what to do. We are making smart decisions. But I think what I really want to talk to you about today is, with this intentionality of what we're driving for, not just waiting for something accidentally to get better for us, right? Not accidentally losing weight, not accidentally all of a sudden cooking meals for our family every night, not accidentally connecting with God every day, not accidentally uninflamed again, right? All these things, since we're not accidentally going to live life this year, we are going to very purposefully, intentionally set precedence for ourselves that we are going to take back control of the things that we have control over. And in order to do that, I have found with all of the people that I work with, and myself especially, that if you want to be intentional, you also have to manage your stress in your life. You have to manage how you're thinking about things. You have to manage the impact, the environmental stressors on your personal body. And I have found that one of the very fastest ways to impact the amount of stress on the body is to learn to breathe. And breathing is not something that we have to think about all of the time. And that's wonderful. That's part of our autonomic system that just happens. However, we can use breath or breathing as one of our therapists to help decrease the amount of tension or shift tension around. You need to think of your body like a pressure system. Kind of think about a balloon, right? When it's not blown up, it's empty, but it can kind of move around. And when you blow air into it, maybe back up even before then. So we are living in an atmosphere. What does atmospheric pressure mean on us? We don't recognize it because we're around air molecules all of the time, but we have all of these air molecules that are floating around and bumping around and hitting each other, hitting us, creating pressure all around us. And that pressure, you can kind of think of like a blanket all around us. And if we want that blanket to move and allow us to expand, then we have to do something different to move the air that's pressing in on us. So we have air pressing in on us, but we also have air pressing out. We know about our lungs, right? Our lungs expand and close, but maybe what you don't know is that as we breathe, it's not just impacting in the lungs, but it's moving and expanding the fascia all around in our body. And that is, so you have skin, fascia, and then muscle. So the fascia layer is where our communication networks are, where our drainage networks are. And when we get stuck in this pressure system, maybe where there's a twisting or a knot or a movement pattern that is blocking up our fascia, then this breathing pressure system is not moving as well, and just that can cause us to be able to not get enough communication to the brain or to somewhere that hurts in the body to correct issues. So we really want to move the fascia all around. So if we're going to control the stress in our life, being intentional about the things that we're trying to do, one of the things that you can do that is super easy, super free, you don't need to hire me or anybody else to help you do, is to work on your breathing. So step one would just be to work on breath patterns, and I'm going to show you 2 breath patterns that you might find helpful. And then step 2 would be to integrate torquing or twisting movements into your body that helps to create more pressure that you're breathing against so that the tissue can release. Okay, so 2 breathing patterns. One is you can take a breath in and then breathe it out as much as you can and hold it at the bottom until you get a physiological trigger that says, oh, time to breathe in again. So that would look something like this. You take a breath in, breathe out, and blow as much air out as you can. Hold. And you're just holding until you need to breathe in, until the brain tells you need to breathe in. And then when you feel that need to breathe, you breathe in and hold that breath again until you feel like the brain tells you need to breathe in, and then breathe, or that you need to breathe out, and then you breathe out. So if you could work on that pattern of 10 to 30 times a day, just breathing in, holding until you need to breathe out all the way out until you, and wait and hold until you need to breathe in. It's creating pressure and it's stretching and getting communication better through your cells into your brain, to your heart, to your lungs, and helping you to relax. So let's try it one time before I move on to the other technique. Okay, so you're going to take a breath in and breathe out all the way. Get all the breath out as far as you can. Get it out, and then hold it there. Keep holding until you find that physiological trigger that your brain is saying, you need to breathe in. And then breathe in as big as you can. Take a really, really big breath in. Hold it at the top there. Again, until you have that trigger that, I got to breathe out. And then you breathe out again. Okay, so 10 to 30 times a day. So that's technique 1. Technique 2 is more like thinking about breathing as if you're going up a building in an elevator or climbing a ladder, or different pressure steps. So it would look like breathe in again, breathe in again, hold, and then breathe out. Now, when you breathe in through your mouth, it's really activating below your diaphragm and into your hips and your pelvic floor. So if you have a lot of tightness in there, coming through pierced lips and breathing in is a good way. If you have a lot of tightness in your upper body, then maybe you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So the 2 options, breathing through the mouth or through the nose. Either way, you should be feeling pressure getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Now, if you want to take this another step, you can cross your arms or cross your legs and do the same thing at the same time. So I hope these steps are helpful. Remember, we're taking intention into 2024. Borrow my word if you want to, and start with managing your stress with practicing breathing every day. Let me know how it goes. I can't wait to hear from you. If you're looking for more one-on-one help to really get on top of taking back control of your health, I'm here for you. You can grab my free ebook on decreasing stress. I'll drop it down in the notes, and you can reach out and apply to work with me and get on my calendar and have a free health consult, and we'll see if you're a good fit. If probably my premier case study program would be where you want to start. So have a good day. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week.